Hello everyone, I'm Charlotte and I'm going to do the Instagram takeover today for the country girls. So I'm a single-handed gamekeeper here in Cambridgeshire. I've been here since October 2019 and I'm literally just learning as I go along. Every day I learn something new. I'm originally from Suffolk and my dad's a gamekeeper there, so that's probably where I learnt most of the things I do. I then worked at a game farm for 2 years in Oxfordshire, so I spent all my time on the rearing field or in the hatchery just learning everything about pheasants and partridges. I learnt so much there, and I think it's such a good opportunity if anyone goes and does it. It's hard work, but it really paid off me doing that. So I spent 2 years there. I then got this job. I did 2 months of running my own shoot days last year, and this was my first, well, meant to be my first full season of running the days this year, but it didn't really go to plan. So yeah, that's how my year has gone so far. So I'm now going to take you through my day-to-day sort of life, sort of work, sort of related thing. It's obviously a lot different to what I would normally be doing in January, so everything's just been brought forward. All my work from February is happening now, so I hope you enjoy. I don't look very happy because it's raining and I'm very moody and I hate the rain, so I'm sorry in advance, but thanks. I'm currently feeding at the moment. They probably take about 40 or 50 bags every time I do it, so it's a very busy day for me when I do feed. But I just have to get on with other jobs at the moment, so I'm pressure washing, cutting maize, cutting with the chainsaw, and just other general jobs that normally I do in February, but I'm going to do them in January this year just to get a bit ahead, and then I can repair more things than I did last year and just have generally more time for pest control and other things. So that's why I'm reducing food and just getting them used to what life will be like without the maize. So I'm going to talk to you about the challenges I face being a female gamekeeper. I don't really experience anything in this job, so I know what I can and can't do. Physically, I might not be able to lift like 20 pens and put them out, so I get help, but that's about it. So all my beaters, they listen to me, otherwise they get shouted at. All the guns are so encouraging. They absolutely love it when they find out that I'm doing their shoot day, so that's always a help. That's lovely to hear. The only time that I would have experienced sexism is actually trying to start out. So I went for a college interview and they said I'd be better off doing a hair and beauty course, which, knowing me, is pretty rubbish idea because I can't even put mascara on most days. On the game farm, I was never allowed to lift any bags of food. I wasn't allowed to feed because it was too heavy for me, which is not true. So yeah, the guys never learnt what I learnt. So I was doing all of the sort of difficult work and they were doing the sort of easy, just feeding job. So I don't care about that. I learnt a lot more than they did. There's absolutely no reason why girls can't do this job. I think there's a lot of opportunity now. Probably 2-3 years ago, there probably wasn't as many opportunities, but people are really starting to realise that girls can do this. And I don't know why anyone ever thought that we couldn't in the first place. So we're really getting there with girls doing the job, and it's so encouraging to see. And I just think girls need to get out there and do it if you want to. So that's what I think about my challenges. So yeah. So this afternoon I'm cutting some more maize down. I've been doing it all week and for the week before. I'm basically doing a lot more this year because there's a lot more birds around, and we don't have any shoot days, so I may as well cut a few strips down. This is mainly to provide them with a bit of food get them used to not having as much maize around, because normally we will chop all of the maize down in February right at the start. So I just wanted to get them used to not having as much maize, and also to eat some of the maize, because it'll make my wheat supply go longer, and it'll just get them used to picking around on the ground. So the maize has vitamin K in it, which is actually an antidote to the rat poison, which means that if they eat the maize, they don't die of the poison. So by cutting the maize down early, it means that all the maize is gone quicker in the year, so then I can start poisoning a lot earlier in the year and really get on top of them. We do have quite a big problem with them here, but hopefully this year we'll get onto them a bit quicker than we did last year. So in the evenings I go fox shooting. I go by myself or I go at Sam. We use thermal to spot the foxes and night vision to shoot them. I'm just trying to get on top of the numbers before the summer, so my life is a bit easier. So we shoot the foxes so they don't eat my partridges. I'm also trying to increase the English partridge population, so shooting the foxes will help in this. It's also good for other ground nesting birds that the population is low. So hopes for the future, I just hope that all the shoots that were sort of badly affected by the lockdowns can continue next season. It'd be such a shame if something like this really affected an estate and stopped them shooting. I hope that shooting continues in a positive way. The way that we handled the coronavirus situation, I think, was really good with all the information that came from Basque. I hope personally to progress in my career, just to keep moving up that ladder and keep going with what I'm doing. I hope that more girls get involved as well, especially with what the country girls are doing. I think that's really good for promoting girls in the shooting field. I think it's so good for us to have sort of a platform where there's no guys there, it's just girls having a really good time. We don't have to care about anything else, so I think that's really good as well. So they're just my hopes.